Welcome to GSF Weekly. It is finally that time of the year when we can say football is back. We'll give you guys a sneak peek at San Jose State and Stanford football, plus basketball in August. Stick around to see the top 10 WCC men's basketball players.
GetSportsFocus is brought to you by WeightsandBars.com.
August 29th is right around the corner, and San Jose State is ready for their very first game of the season against Sacramento State. SJSU is strong all around, but with the returners on their D-line, this Spartan defense will be hard to beat. With more football talk, Stanford hit the field for the very first time this week. Here's Shane Scope perfecting the basics, and Ty Montgomery is getting ready for a big year. Shaw says about Stanford's first day with pads that his team got a lot done and there was a lot to grade and a lot to evaluate. Shaw sets the bar very high for his team this fall. Switching gears over to the never-ending sport, here is WCC hoops guru Zack Farmer with our Justin Lum talking about his top players for the 2013-2014 season.
Hey Angela, I am inside the USF War Memorial Gym, home of the Dons. I'm joined by Zack Farmer from Examiner.com. Now Zack, this is going to be your third season covering WCC basketball. Can you give us your top 10 players for this upcoming season?
Well, number 10, real quick, it's right here at the Hilltop. It's Cole Dickerson. He's been an all-conference player already, and I see him continuing to make that next step. At number 9 is Pepperdine Stacey Davis. He had a strong freshman season, and he looks only to be getting better. Number 8 at Gonzaga is their center, Shemek Karnowski. He sat behind Kelly Olynyk all last year, but he should be stepping up big this season. Number 7 is going to be down in San Diego, Chris Anderson, the small guard. He's like but he's been the leader of that squad, leading them in assists, and he always comes up big in big moments. Number 6 is Portland's Ryan Nicholas. He's maybe one of the toughest players in this league, and he doesn't get a lot of the credit that he deserves because he's on the Portland squad that hasn't had a lot of success, but he's definitely up there with this group.
All right, you have only one guard so far. Take us from 5 to 1.
All right, number 5 is USF's guard, Cody Doolin. He's maybe the toughest guard in the entire league. He's not the most flashy, he's not the best shooter, but he is grit personified, and he's the leader of this USF squad, and this is a team that probably and likely, I believe, will take a big step in league this year, and he will be a big part of that. Number 4 is San Diego's guard, Johnny D. This is a guy who can take over a game by himself. We've seen it in the WCC tournament the last 2 years. He's going to be into his junior season. He's an all-tournament team member twice, and when he gets going from 3, there's almost no hotter player in the entire league. At 3, it's Gonzaga's guard, Kevin Pangos. A lot of people have compared him to Matthew Dellavedova, and there are definitely some similarities there. And it will be, now that he's a junior, it's going to be his time to kind of shine up there and really be able to kind of take over a little bit more of a leadership role for them. At 2, it's Anthony Ireland down at LMU. And Ireland, he really has been overlooked in a lot of ways, and that's not because he's only 5'10". That's because he is on a team that doesn't have a lot of success, but this is a guy who can absolutely take over a game. He's a 20-point, 5-assist guy. He really knows how to break down a defense. He plays defense very well. His quickness is a big asset in this league, and in a league with a lot of point guards, he is definitely the top of the crop. And then at the very top is BYU's guard, Tyler Haws. This guy missed 2 years for mission as he was in the Philippines, and then he came back last year and absolutely lit it up in league. He was the conference's leading scorer. He was on the U22 Team USA this past summer. This is a guy who knows how to play basketball, and he knows how to shoot. This is another almost player. He's starting to catch up to Jimmer Fredette type numbers when you look at what he's done in his first 2 seasons. And the fact that he's only a junior, that means he's only going to get better from here on out.
I think it's incredible. He missed 2 years, and he's actually the second BYU Cougar in history to get 1,000 career points since Danny Ainge. Now, I have one more question for you. Kelly Olynyk from Gonzaga, he was drafted 13th overall in this year's NBA draft. Now, out of this top 10, who do you see really standing out and making it to that NBA level?
This was a little bit of a tougher group because you don't see that clear number one, and even Olynyk a year ago wasn't that clear number one guy. but I would probably have to say Tyler Haws maybe has the best shot because he has a little bit more prototypical size for an NBA guy. Now he would be a little bit more of maybe a shooting point guard because he's about 6'2", 6'3". He's not quite that 6'6" guard you'd like to see for a shooting guard, but I think he is able to clear enough space for himself to be able to kind of make that transition, but there's going to be a lot of interesting cases to look at because I don't think there is a clear guy who fits that mold, but you never know. One season can change everything. Just look at Kelly Olynyk.
Well, we will see if Tyler Haws holds up to that #1 ranking this season. Zack Farmer, the WCC guru himself. If you want to check out Zack's top 25 rankings, just log on to examiner.com. Great work, Zack. Back to you, Angela.
Thank you, Justin, and we look forward to covering the WCC men's hoops this season. That will do it for us here, but first, tell us what you think about Zack's top 10 picks. Thank you for watching. I'm Angela, and we will see you next time.